What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Ace Attorney. We have had a very long and arduous investigation process, and it's finally paying off. We are getting back in that courtroom. Oh, by the way, my name's Isaiah. Hey, everybody. Let's begin.
So, what do you think, Mr. Wright?
I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes.
Lana?
Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. Hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. I really hope not. I'm used to all-nighters. Okay, great. You're used to all-nighters. Good for you.
So, how'd it go?
Says Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. I haven't voiced her in a long time, so I'm like, I don't remember too good. I know it's like kind of the Valley Girlish voice, but Emma's is a little higher, being younger. So I'm kind of struggling with it. So just bear with me while I get my my bearings with it.
A plea bargain? What do you mean by that?
We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. Okay, there it is.
But Lana, don't tell me you...
Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Skye, we found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Blood-stained fingerprints. You know, they're pretty, the evidence is kind of pretty good evidence. You understand what this means, don't you?
In order to defend my sister, you're gonna accuse Mr. Marshall?
We have to play the cards we're dealt. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. Maybe he didn't, maybe he did it, maybe he didn't. But he has blood-stained fingerprints on the wall. So, you know, I mean... Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time. But that's not physically possible, is it? Well, where'd they find the body? I mean... Was there only one body, or was there 2 bodies? What's more, I heard the victim of the evidence room just disappeared. Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car.
Wow, this is pretty messed up. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself.
Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself.
Okay. That's, I'm glad you think that. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? That's right. That would be that person. He's getting wild from the get-go. Woo-wee. All right, let's get it. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir. I'm Officer Mike Meekin, sir. Oh, is that his voice? My occupation is that would be murderer, sir. I think it's close enough. Oh. So you're telling us you're a professional killer? Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You've got to believe me, sir. Actually, what we'd like to hear... This dude just keeps going for it. Just like, please. Please. Person whose actions an adult couldn't possibly comprehend. I remember reading as he's 22. That, you're an adult, bud. You can be tried as an adult, so you might want to be careful of what you say next, my friend. Officer Meekins. Yes, sir. Ooh, that was not it. Yes, sir. Give us your report of the crime. Consider that in order. Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I'm part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir.
Can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm.
Okay, I guess that's something. Alright, here we go. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious face on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life, then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. I don't believe you. Sir, Detective Goodman attacked you. Do it to others before they do it to you. That's not the phrase. That's not the phrase, but close enough, right? I mean, it's fine. I see. Then you fainted and accordingly kept you regained consciousness. Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Yeah, so there's not a whole lot to go on here. Well, we're going to go ahead and do what we always do. We are going to press on everything. Mr. Meekins. Mr. Meekins, you work in General Affairs Department. Do you not? Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Okay.
Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed.
Nope, I don't need that. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. The Blue Badger? Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the chief of detectives, sir. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir. Okay. I see. Sounds like a very important mission. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around. I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room.
Tell us, what did you see when you got there?
Were the fingerprints there already? Okay. Well, who was it? What did he look like? Can you give us a description? In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card. Is that right? Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck. So, your ID number should be listed on here, right? That's a good point, Phoenix. That's a very good point. There it is. I found it. It's the one right here. Could you please read us the number? Yes, sir. It's 4989596. That's my number, sir. I see. With number 4989596. It shows being used twice.
Please explain, witness.
It's no real mystery, sir. The first time was when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. I wonder who this 7 is at 4:20 p.m. I think I know what he was doing there. Am I right? I just want to know who had a hankering, who was chiefing at right then. And the second time was when I went to go get him after everything settled down. Oh, see. So it was during that second time when... Yes, sir. That was when I spotted the man on the security system. Okay. Only doing what I'm trying to do. So you were attacked. Can you tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir. A knife. Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you. What happened then? Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. Exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. Yeah, you're really annoying. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand. When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. Fought for my life, and then... Okay, what do you mean when you say you did it? Let's, tell us exactly what that means. I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. That is the dumbest thing to me. That takes the cake. Like, I'm really into Star Wars films. I love watching Star Wars movies. Can I use the Force? No. I can't. I guess a better example. I am really into... I'm really into, like, I really like that movie Lincoln Lawyer. It's a good movie. I'm not a lawyer. I'm into this game. I'm not a lawyer. Buddy, there's a difference. I don't like that. You took his knife. That easy. I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. What did they say in the first episode of Game of Thrones? He makes Bran keep his eyes open. He's like, you better watch. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood. And then the next thing I knew... Yes? He punched me right in my face, sir. And then he passed out. About what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. No. Okay. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying tears of pain. That's nice. I mean, nice you recovered, that is. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission to relocate the Blue Badger. Okay. The Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand. Well, okay. That's great. It's so good that happened. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man his officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Yeah, I mean, if Goodman attacked Meekins and he's providing self-defense, I mean, why is he on trial for murder rather than something else? Yes, Officer Meekins. With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to our jail cell. Chief Game delivered it to me this morning, sir. The chief delivered it. What is that? Videotape. Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room. What? But I specifically asked if there was such tape and was told it had been mistakenly erased. That's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. I believe that. I believe that. Alright. Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me. Okay, well, let's check it out, I guess. It's animated! Maybe the Blue Badger did it. Ooh, what's this? No! Pan back! Pan back! We need to see this. Well, we didn't see the murder actually take place there. That was the best Blue Badger dance yet. I love it. But I believe we all think the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? What was that, you wriggling piece of plywood? Edward's mad. He's not happy. Sir, that's a pride joined the entire Criminal Affairs Department, sir. It's a Blue Badger, sir. There was no actual evidence. We did not see him get murdered. This sheet tape seems to prove that when Stigentine encountered someone. The evidence room. Oh, I skipped it. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is it alright with you, Officer Meekins? Yes, sir. As you wish, sir. This dude has no idea what he's doing. Alright, here we go. His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question that other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. Well, I guess. What is about a fingerprint? Each detective has been given a locker, equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective that it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean the victim of the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Alright. Alright. Everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. Alright, bud. We're doing what we do. We're pressing on everything. Tell me, we're only going to look at him at the face of the man who attacked you with a knife. So, sir, if you must label people who haven't seen or not seen the man's face, I believe I would be classified as the latter. The latter, but you're standing right in front of him. I mean, how can you not see his face? You're just closing your eyes the whole time? What's the point? You were the person who fought him, aren't you? Oh, yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, you see. Okay. Still, I'm sure it was him. I bet my badge on it. You have no idea who it was you killed, but you know you killed him. Okay. So you don't know for sure it was Detective Goodman. I mean, we can't really be sure if we don't see the face. Never actually saw his face. Well, I suppose I might say that. That is, if you label people... Oh, wait. Since his face can't... Wait. Wrong voice. Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it. Well, why's everyone looking at me? If I'd have labeled your stares as disturbing, or... He did like enough. Makins! Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify. Yes, sir. You claim the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you were positive it was him. Alright, about these locks, there's no other way to open them. Can't be done, right? Confirm that. No, sir, I tried all kinds of methods in the past. They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir. What kind of methods he's tried? Locker opens unquestioned Detective Goodman's locker. Why is it Detective Goodman's? I guess we can search for that pretty easily. I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir, that it's his locker. He works in the department cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir. For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I have verified this information through a more reliable source. So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint. Apparently. Okay, you. However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face. Sir, if I may say something, sir. Please do. After all, you are the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. It was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir. Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it.
Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again.
Is there a problem with security video? Oh, there's a problem. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such contradiction. Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. Okay. Alright, I'll do it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But I'll do it. Mr. Wright, please show us the contradiction you speak of. Okay. Alright.
You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing.
Okay. Hmm. Pause. Okay. So something falls out of the locker, right? Okay, it's that glove. So the glove falls out of the locker. That might be important. We're going to hold on to that. Alright, here's Meekins. He's coming in. He's coming in. Got his nightstick out already. Okay, so he's... So... He has the blood... Wait, no. That's when he slashes his hand right here. This is when he slashes his hand. Oh, no! No! Oh, man. Dang it. I meant to fast forward. Jeez. I meant to fast forward. Alright, here we go. I like how the music doesn't actually speed up. Okay, let's check the court record. Where do we find that glove? Okay, the lamp is on, the light is on. What's this? It's ID 59. That's weird. I don't see anything in the court record that would point to that being... Let's keep fast forwarding. Go frame by frame here. Alright, here comes Meekins. Here he comes. Okay, now this is the part I want to be monitoring very carefully. Alright, so here he's turning around. Already has a knife in his hand. Cuts him. So Meekins is cut here. He's cut at this point. Now, Meekins is jumping on him. He sliced his left hand. Left hand is on that shoulder. So yeah, there's the blood. Everything looks good. Everything looks good so far. Is he surrendering here? Is he giving up? He's got his hands up. Okay, and now he's knocked out. So that is the thing that's weird here. Yeah, I feel like it's a glove. We're gonna back up the glove and present that and see if that works. If not, we may be in line for another short episode while we try to figure this out. Now I wonder. Okay, so 17, 24 hours in a day. 17 is how many less than 24? 7 less. So, yeah, that's the right time then. That's the right time. Because basically, it is 5:15 when this is happening, just about. And here comes that glove. Alright, now let's check one more thing. I want to check the autopsy report. 9:30, 4 p.m. Okay. Has got to be this. Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Wright, but you seem to have forgotten the point of this exercise. The point? One thing only. Something that indicates the man may not have been Detective Goodman. Oh. Okay, let's play the video again. Because, I mean, Edgeworth is right. Thank you, Edgeworth. Oh, jeez. Gotta go through this again. Something that indicates he might not be Goodman. That's what we want to know. So where's the evidence this dude might not be Goodman? Fast forward. Here we go. Here we go. This would be cool if this was like a lie, because then I could get people to help me. Here's fast forward. The glove comes out of there. He opens it, no problem. So the hand is no problem at all. Let's see. Fast forward. Slice. I don't know if there's anything here that tells us for sure that's not Goodman. Wait a second. Where's the murder weapon? That was the one that found in Edgeworth's toolbox. Is that the same knife, though? That's interesting. Because that is a different knife, right? I don't know if that matters, but let's try it. No! Oh my gosh, I keep clicking on the wrong thing. Oh my... Oh jeez. Play it again. We're gonna try this one more time, alright? We're gonna try this one more time. If this doesn't work, I don't even know. That is one thing about this game that just really gets my goat. Is the clicking. It's so easy to click on the wrong stuff. Yeah, open it. There it goes. Here he comes. How about that knife, huh? Well, what is it then? Oh, jeez, man. Well, I don't know what in that it's going to prove that's not the detective. Like, can you look at that ID card? I mean, that's the same outfit. Same outfit. 5842189. Now let's look at. Goodman at 514. 514 for Meekins as well. What if I just return to cross-examination? Okay. My duty as a police officer helps with loss. Okay. Okay. I think I'm lost now. Great. I feel like I pressed on everything already, right? Oh, jeez. I gotta sit through this again? I gotta sit through this whole part again? Come on. So she thinks there's a problem with it. The real thing is so much more intense than the movies. Here, you can use the player to watch as much as you'd like. Security video. Maybe I should take a look at the footage. Well, can I? Can I look at the footage independently without having to sit through everything? Yeah, that's 414. Wait. The light's already on. The light's already on. That's what it is. That's what it is. The light's already on. Bam, I got it. Let's go. Alright, now I gotta do all this again. Gotta mash through all this stuff again. Oh yeah, there's a problem. There's a problem. For sure. And I know exactly what it is. Because that's what was tripping me up. When I'm looking for evidence that proves this isn't Goodman, I'm looking at Goodman. I'm not looking at the things like the circumstances surrounding him. So that's where we were wrong. So this is definitely it, though. This is absolutely it. The light is already on. Has got to be this. Officer Meekins. Sir, do you mean me, sir? As I understand, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, it opens. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. Look at this. Look at this for me, Meekins. Check it out. What do you think? What do you think is going on here? Huh? What's wrong with this? Here comes Goodman. And then the light. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker. Let's rewind a little earlier. Let's move back. We're going back. And we're going forward again. No, wait, no, we're still going back. We're still going back. We're going back. We're going back. Stop right there. Okay, notice the light. Watch this. It's already lit. Exactly. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. He did not like that at all. Order. Order. What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know. It must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert into this. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction. Oh, well, this goes to show novices should keep their mouth shut. That's true. So shut up. Me, Your Honor. Why wasn't the locker locked? Well, it's not my field. I didn't go to school and get a degree in locker technology. I got a degree in law. Technology. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator?
Huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system sensor.
Something jammed the sensor. Okay. There's something else that seems out of place in this video. It was the glove. It was a glove. It was the glove. Well, let's inspect the video once more. Alright. We're moving forward. We go into the glove. Go into the glove. Go into the glove. Bam! Rewind that a couple clicks. Bam! Check it. Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Ah, we have to do this again. Okay. Here comes Goodman. Here he comes. Here's coming. Goodman. He's doing his job. He's going to the locker. It's already open. Been jammed by a glove. What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall. Phoenix just shut him up. We can't be sure that item is completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Or inserted. You know what that means, right? I mean, that means that, like, you put something in something else. Usually a smaller object into a larger one. Generally how the word inserted works, but, whatever, bud. This one I think wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me. The object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. Need to be an insulator, like a rubber glove. Yes, an insulator, but it's a crime scene. There just might have been something that fits the description. But sir, by insulator, you don't mean... I think I finally got this figured out. Alright, let's show him. Very well, will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door? What do you think? I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that was the victim's locker. It has a tag that says SL9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker, but that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins? Sir, it would appear so, sir. So, are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman? Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Miss Edgeworth? The defense has merely demonstrated this possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. Oh, another one? Officer Meekins, please testify about this. Sir? Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. What are you talking about? Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Oh, jeez. This guy's a moron, dude. Some dudes you just don't really want to deal with, you know. This guy's one of them. He's not my favorite witness. There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used as a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. An ID record card, I see. I have the ID record card right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 5:14 is that of the victim. Just before the crime. Yes, without doubt this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why with there so few people using this room? Occasionally the judge raises a great point. Occasionally.
This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases.
Special cases, huh?
Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end.
Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. Ha! Self-burn. I don't know if it was a burn, but it was funny.
There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon.
Right, I see. Now let's move on to cross-examination. Alright, let's do it. Okay. There's one thing. Press him. So unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you? Yes, sir. Solid as stone, sir. My hand was wrapped in bandages. I'd even give the V for victory sign, sir.
Can you just use his right hand for that?
Sir, not fully. As we've seen, one never knows what he might understand. Might say into the last second. Okay. You got ID card, duh, right? That card hanging from your neck, one of those ID cards. Yes, sir. This card right next to my cuff, sir. I keep it here so I won't ever forget it. What if someone were to steal it? Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Ugh. Well, the remaining times my ID card gets stuck. Instead of the door closed, my ID card chokes me. Okay.
Both the police department and the prosecutor's office can attest to police only having one ID card apiece.
Basically what he said. So there's a record of the ID card being used. That makes sense. What's the matter? According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here.
So it is, Your Honor.
It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today.
I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let's continue with this cross-examination.
Alright. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you. Yes, sir, he did show me the ID card, sir. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. Maybe he just panicked. I'm confused. The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. Like Edgeworth to miss something like this.
You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show him what we got.
Okay, there's that note I do want to look at. See, this thing is interesting to me. They start to write it down, and they write a 9, cross it out, and write a 5 instead. So, why? What happens if we go back to the ID? I'm going to present that. Because there's something off about that. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene, the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. A lost item report. So I have completed. But it shows Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess. You believe this something to be his ID card, right? Can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. The day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. So what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. Doesn't require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. So who would that have been? I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright. Bravo? What? Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 on the day of the crime... Yeah? The man in the evidence room Officer Meekin's encounter was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yeah, you're right. I mean, yeah. Right. That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder. Right. Yeah? Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? I think so, but I don't know what it is. Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove. What are you talking about? The defense has already done the explaining for me. Oh, they're going to say, well, if he wasn't there, that means that he was definitely killed at the parking lot by Lana Skye. The victim in this video is a fake, which means the murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. So the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. The murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness. Observe the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. Woo! You got me. I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered, and where did this person disappear to? However, whoop, I skipped it. Just so you all know. What do I do? Object! Object to something. Just object. One moment, Your Honor. I'm not done with you yet. Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. No, of course not. Of course not. Exactly. Me and Phoenix are one and the same. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. Security video did not show the actual murder. Right. We know that. I know that, Phoenix, but where are you taking me with this? Okay. However, it cannot be said it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Judge Weth. Yes, Your Honor. This court will examine this further. Other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. Then you're a bad lawyer. Might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand.
Mr. Wright, do you mean...
Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh, whom do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person from whom you would have testify, what is his or her name? Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. As he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. Shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Perfect timing. It's about that time for me. 30-minute recess. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. The court is now in recess. Alright, everyone. That is going to do it for us. Oh, yeah. So, thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed seeing me actually have a little vindication and play the game well for once. So, yeah, thanks for stopping in. checking it out. And I will see you guys on Friday for the next episode. See you then.